And with that very vocal introduction, we bid you a good evening and welcome to tonight's broadcast. Today is Tuesday, March 3rd, 2015, and we're live here at Seymour Gym on the Southern University campus for tonight's second round playoff game between the Southern Lab Kittens, who are hosting, and the visiting Delhi Bears. The Southern Lab Kittens ranked number 8, or the 8th seed rather, in the Class 1A LHSAA Marsh Madness basketball playoffs, and the Delhi Bears seeded number 9. So what on paper appears to be a very even matchup of these two teams. We will see how that plays out on the court. Both teams, of course, victorious in their first round contest, and the winner will advance to the state quarterfinals, which should be played out this coming weekend on Friday. So we are live here. The game is a little earlier. Delhi, of course, is in Richmond Parish, Louisiana. These kids and these parents had to travel a very long way. I'm going to guess about a 4-hour drive, but very dedicated nonetheless. And so we have a little bit of an earlier tip-off at 6 o'clock as opposed to the traditional 7 o'clock time to get these kids back early and get them back to school on time. Joker P will be joining me momentarily. He's running a little behind, but we are set and ready for basketball here on the Southern University campus. So sit back and enjoy the ride here on Louisiana AllAmericanSports.com. So here come the Bears out to center court. And we're about ready for basketball in just a moment. On the court now for the Delhi Bears, number 24, Terrence Grimes, number 10, Asante Griffin, number 33, Clinton McDowell, number 1, Jamarcus Percy, and number 5, Terrence Wesley. You can hear this crowd is fired up, and we are ready for basketball here on Louisiana AllAmericanSports.com. And here comes the tip-off. Tipping off is Chris Allen for the Southern Lab Kittens, as fought for in the air, and Delhi wins the tip-off. And they're trying to fly out early. There's a 1-2 step by McDowell that is rejected by Chris Allen, and here come the Kittens. Jordan Booker over to Sheldon Carroll. It's lost by Chris Allen. Fast break opportunity here for the Bears as it's picked up and batted off of, that's the correct call, batted off of Percy. Terrence Wesley had the ball, but he could not keep up with him. And the Southern Lab Kittens will inbound the basketball. There is no score. So a very rapid pace to the beginning of the game, but much ado about nothing. So Sheldon Carroll inbound the ball. Southern Lab in an I formation. Booker with the basketball coming out of the backcourt, flips it over to Carroll. Looks like a full court trap the Bears are trying to employ. Stolen. That was an erroneous pass, and that's going to cost them 1-2 step. Terrible move to the basket by Percy, and it's picked back up by Jordan Booker. Booker trying to go baseline, slips and falls on his backside. There's a whistle, and that is a walk. That was Dexter Dennis with the erroneous pass earlier, and Coach Clark of the Southern Lab Kittens has a look like, what was all that about? Southern Lab is in a 2-3 zone defense. Here come the Bears. With the basketball is Wesley. Gets it down low for McDowell. McDowell off the back of the iron from the right elbow. No good. Rebound by Dennis. Dennis brings it across half court. Gives it off to Booker. Booker swings it to Bladrick Veal. Bladrick Veal from downtown. Too much on that one. It is rebounded by number 24, Terrence Grimes. Now a fall-away shot by Percy. No good. Rebound by Dennis. Carroll over to Veal, bounce pass in the lane, swatted, no good, but the Southern Lab Kittens will retain possession of the basketball. A very sloppy opening minute and 16 seconds to this ball game. We have no score. And And there's a foul, first foul of the game. It looks like it's a push against Southern Lab, so they will turn the ball over now to Delhi. So here come the Bears with the basketballs. Asante Griffin passes it across the timeline. Now that one floats high and into your living room, and that's a turnover. And Southern Lab will get the basketball. Jordan Booker takes the inbounds pass from Carroll. Booker is looking. Bounces down low. And Dennis was not ready for the ball. That's another turnover. This game has been riddled with turnovers. What it has not been riddled with are points, as there is no score. And we are 1 minute and 32 seconds into the ball game. So perhaps a lot of nerves taking place early here. The Bears have the ball. Griffin trying to get it across half court. The Bears finally cross the timeline. Gets it over to Griffin. Griffin, ball fakes. Now it's passed down low. 1-2 step in the lane. No good. That shot is missed by number 20, Detorius Burgess. And there's a whistle. We'll see what the call is for. It's a foul, number 24. Foul on number 24 for a push. That's against Terrence Grimes. And the Kittens will retain possession into the game now for Southern Lab. Number 3, Tyler Panyanavong for the Kittens. Booker crosses over, gets it across half court. He's being guarded by Jamarquis Percy. Carroll passes down low, and there's a whistle. And you're hearing some disapproval here in the crowd. And there's a boo. I think there's some moisture on the court. I can hear one of the game officials asking if there are any towels available, as we've seen a little bit of slippage. Seymour Gym can be prone to some roof leakage, and there was some rain yesterday and also for much of today, so that could be affecting the court conditions here at Seymour Gym at Southern University's campus. I'm going to estimate we have maybe a little over 200 people in attendance this evening. Very healthy crowd we can see from Delhi. They came a long way to see their kids. Looks like there are maybe 60, I'm going to guess, folks on the what has evolved into the Delhi side of the gymnasium. Maybe about 140, 150 from Southern Lab. 5:59 remaining, there's no score. Southern Lab inbounds the ball. Panyanavong over to Bladrick Veal. Veal with a 1-2 step, floats it from 16 feet, no good. And there's another rebound, that one by Asante Griffin. Griffin over to Percy, Jamarquis Percy. Kind of trapped in the corner, now he gets it over. Good check to get that out of here. Chris Allen with the rejection of Wesley's shot. Allen with the turnaround and puts it up and in. And Chris Allen has broken the scoreless deadlock. The score, Southern Lab 2. Delhi 0, just a little over, just around 2.5 minutes into the ball game. So that took long enough to break that seal. Let's see if the scoring will continue. Griffin passes it. The ball's in the hands of Wesley. Wesley with a 1-2 step off the glass. I'm sorry, that was Percy. That was Jamarquis Percy with the 1-2 step, and the score is tied at 2. 1-2 step by Allen on the assist from Panyanavong. That was a good pass, a one-handed pass over the shoulder by Tyler Panyanavong, and the Kittens have regained the lead 4-2. We'll adjust your score at home momentarily. Pass down low, bounce pass over. Percy goes up, it's partially blocked and recovered by the Bears off the glass, and good! Detorius Burgess off of his own rebound with the putback, and we're tied at 4 with 4.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. And there's a whistle, 10-second violation, as Southern Lab failed to cross the tie line. We have a whistle, and that's a turnover, and Delhi will get possession of the basketball. Coming up on 4 minutes to go in the period. Southern Lab in a 2-3 zone. There's a shot from about 25 feet. That's no good. Rebound by Carroll. Carroll puts it on the ground. 4 minutes to go in the period. Pass to Bledrick Veal. Veal steps up, 1-2 step in the lane, launches and floats it, and it is good. Launching from just in front of the free throw line. Here come the Bears. He finds Percy down low. Percy with about an 8-footer, and it is good. And we're tied right back up at 6 apiece. 3:44 to go. We will adjust your screen at home when there is a break in the action. 6-6. 6-6 to score. Booker. Oh, stolen. Good job. Excellent defense there by Terrence Grimes. And here come the Bears from downtown as Percy rattles off. No good. A rebound by Asante Griffin. Griffin over to Wesley and stolen. Sheldon Carroll with the ball. 1-2 step off the steal. Too hard off the glass. Rebound by Terrence Wesley. And there's a whistle and a foul. That foul is against against Jordan Booker, number 0. And so Delhi will retain possession of the basketball. .3:14 to go in the period. Delhi rotating the basketball. Down low to a wide open Burgess, but that shot is no good. Pagnanovon picks up the carom, gets up the rebound. 1-2 step of Booker. He goes up and he is fouled. He is fouled by number 10, Asante Griffin, and that will send Booker to the line, and we will have our first free throws of the evening with 2:45 to go in the first quarter. First shot goes hard off the iron. No good. Booker will make his approach for the second free throw. And we'll see what he's got in the tank. Booker. Good form there. That shot is good. We have a whistle. And we have a substitution. 7-6, Southern Lab on top. Southern Lab has the first touchdown of the game, if you will. Southern Lab now in a 3-2 zone. With the basketball now is Wesley. Down low, and it's partially blocked. No good. So Asante Griffin's shot falls short. With the ball is Dennis. Dennis over to Bledrick Veal. Veal over to Carroll. Carroll from downtown. Too much on that one, and it is no good. But the rebound goes to Carroll off of the carom of a Delhi player, and it is now 9-6 Carroll with his own putback unassisted. Coming up on 2 minutes to go in the period, Southern Lab leading Delhi 9-6. With the basketball now is Griffin. Griffin passes to Wesley. Wesley over 1-2 step in the lane, and a floater is good by Detorius Burgess off the assist from Terrence Wesley. Delhi in a full court defense. Veal to Pagnanovon. Pagnanovon in the corner for Dennis. Dennis from downtown. No good. Rebound by Wesley. Wesley 1-2 step over to, I believe that was Griffin. Griffin lost control of the basketball, and it goes out of bounds. 1:42 to go. Score is 9-8. Southern Lab on top. And that shot is good by Roderick Hayes. And Southern Lab extends the lead, 11-8. Ball fake. Ball's over to Terrence Wesley. Wesley steps up and gets it down low, and that's no good. Detorius Burgess rejected in the lane. Dennis with the basketball. He gets it to Tyler Pagnanovon. Pagnanovon over to Carroll. Carroll over to Roderick Hayes. Roderick Hayes is relieved of the ball by Burgess. Goes up again. Terrible shot. And the rebound is going to go over to Asante Griffin. Griffin takes it across half court. Now he gets the basketball over to Terrence Wesley. Wesley back to Griffin. Griffin. Over to Wesley. Wesley from the elbow. Get that out of here. Roderick Hayes with a partial rejection. Bladrick Veal comes up with a recovery. 28 seconds to go in the first period. Bounce pass down low for Dennis. Dennis goes up strong and gets the and one. Let's see what the call is. No. Count it. No, do not count it. Do not count it. No basket. No basket. That's a charge. That is a charge, and I do believe that was the correct call. As I thought myself, the Delhi defender had positioning, and apparently the Zebras agree with me. Because as I always say, in this world of bears and kittens, the Zebras are the king of this jungle. Into the basketball game for the first time, Malcolm Stubblefield for the Bears. Floats a high one over to Terrence Wesley. 9 seconds to go in the period. Wesley over from downtown from 24 feet. No good. That shot missed by Percy. There's the pass. Last second. Sheldon Carroll shoots it. No good. And that is the end of the first period with the score. The Southern Lab Kittens 11. The Delhi Bears 8. You're watching Southern Lab Kittens second round playoff basketball on LouisianaAllAmericanSports.com. So Southern Lab will inbound the basketball. We'll start the second quarter, and we are almost underway. I guess we can break down that first quarter as the tale of two half quarters. A very sloppy first 3 to 4 minutes of the game, and then both offenses unloaded. Beal goes up, misses, no good. Rebound, Dennis off the glass, and good. Dexter Dennis unassisted with his own rebound, and the Kittens have extended their lead now 13-8. With the ball, there's the pass over to Percy. Percy down low, lost. Picked up by the Kittens. Bladrick Veal with the steal. 1-2 step goes off strong. Dexter Dennis with the rebound, no good. And finally rebounded by Clinton McDowell of the Bears. Stubblefield passes over to Wesley. That shot's no good, and going up very strong was Terrence Grimes. He had a hand in his face, a partial block, but still puts it through with the score. Southern Lab leading 13-10. Will adjust your score at home. We have a break in the action. Strong pass by Peñanabong over to Hayes, but they're forced to send it back. Peñanabong from downtown, no good. And we have a whistle. Looks like a foul, a loose ball foul against the Kittens. That is their fourth team foul. We have a whistle. And Del High will gain control of the ball. Beautiful move to the basket by Terrence Grimes on the assist from Malcolm Stubblefield, and Southern Lab gets the ball back. It is a 1-point game, 13-12. Goes way out of bounds, way out of bounds. So we have a break in the action. And Delhi has the basketball. Wesley with the rock. And it's going to go from downtown. No good. That shot missed by Asante Griffin. Delhi retains possession of the ball. That shot is good. That is a three-point basket. And Delhi has their lead for the first time, 15-12. That shot connected by Terrence Wesley. And down low go the Kittens. Roderick Hayes' shot is good, and we're tied at 15. We're all tied up. We'll adjust your score momentarily at home. With the ball is stolen. Tyler Peñanalong, that's the second of the game. Very patiently dishes it off with a no-look pass, and Carroll gets the rebound and good. The original shot was by Quincy Fillmore. He missed. And Carroll came with the rebound and put back. With the basketball now is McDowell off the glass. I'm sorry, by Stubblefield off the glass. No good. Rebound goes McDowell from the left elbow. No good again. Rebound by the Kittens. It is picked up by Sheldon Carroll. 17-15, Southern Lab on top. 1-2 step floated by Quincy Fillmore. No good. Rebound by the Bears. And it's a foul by Roderick Hayes. They're going to call a foul on Hayes for the push. That is the fourth team foul. 4 team fouls now on Southern Lab. Now with the ball is Jamarcus Percy. Percy over in the corner. Ball fake by Griffin. 1-2 step from the right wing and good! Asante Griffin on the assist by Jamarcus Percy. And we're tied at 17 with 4:44 remaining in the opening period. Down low, Chris Allen tries to go baseline. Goes up strong off the glass, and we have a walk. So that's a turnover. We're all tied at 17, 4:31 remaining in the half. Going strong is, that was a very strong move by Asante Griffin through the lane and good, and Delhi has regained the lead with 4:20 to go. It's 19-17. 1-2 step and a floater. No good by Dennis. Rebound by Hayes. He's blocked over the back. It's not a block, that's a foul. That is a foul on Jamarcus Percy, and that will send Roderick Hayes to the line to shoot 2. That's the 4th team foul on Delhi. Hayes' first shot is good. So we've corrected your screen at home. That should read 19-18 in favor of Delhi. 19-18 in favor of Delhi, not Southern Lab. And we have a whistle. And a substitution. So Roderick Hayes will sit down for the Kittens, as will Detorius Burgess for the Bears. In the game for Southern Lab for the first time is Kyle Green, number 10. Also in the game, number 21, Shannon Foreman. And we have the one, the only Joker P coming on in on the MIC to join us to add some color commentary. This colorful broadcast with Southern Lab trailing by a point. Joker, welcome to the building.
Hey, man, I'm glad to be here. Sorry I'm a little bit late, but I had to come for the playoffs, and it looks like it's a tight game already.
It's been an interesting game. Very sloppy in the early going, and then a constant scoring flurry. As that shot, no good by Fillmore. Going back up is Dennis, and it's up and good, and Southern Lab has regained the lead, 20-19.
Does it have anything to do with the nerves, you think, or maybe this round? Or?
It did look like the first few minutes were all nerves. There was not a single point scored in this game until about 2.5 minutes into the game with 5:30 to go in the period. But as you can see, they more than made up for that, as that shot from downtown by Griffin is no good. Rebound by Dennis of Southern Lab. 3:07 remaining in the first half.
Well, from my perspective, just being in here, from coming in here, it already. You talked about this once before with the way that the goals are. It seems to be a little bit different. You think that would have anything to do with it?
It definitely could affect depth perception, but a lot of the sloppiness had less to do with bad shots and more to do with absolutely questionable ball handling and movement. A lot of balls bouncing off of people, bouncing out of bounds. Some goofy shots under the goal. I think I would defer to nerves. So Southern Lab has regained the lead now by the score of 20-19, as we are in the final 3 minutes of the first half of this playoff game. With the ball is Asante Griffin. Griffin swings it over to Terrence Wesley. Now he gets it to Percy. Percy is trapped by a host of Southern Lab Kittens. Launches a ball from downtown to Wesley. No good. Rebound Southern Lab. Dennis gets it over to Fillmore. Fillmore spins around. Nice move, but not a very good shot. Rebound by McDowell. Here comes a 1-2 step by Griffin, and that shot is good. Asante Griffin unassisted, and Del High has regained the lead. With the ball is Dennis. Will adjust your scores. 21-20 Del High. 21-20 Del High.
From what I'm seeing so far, just coming into the game, I've noticed that it looks to me as Southern Lab should be a little bit bigger than these guys. I don't know if Coach is trying to play small ball with these guys, but to me it looks like he has a definite advantage on the inside. But from what I'm seeing, he has a lot of his inside players on the bench. Here comes one.
Dexter Dennis' shot is good, and it does look out. Jordan Booker and Roderick Hayes were just in the game for an extended period before you came in, so I think he's probably trying to give those guys a rest. Another beautiful shot, or another long shot by Griffin. That one is no good. Southern Lab leading 22-21, 1:25 to go in the half. There's the pass, 1-2 step by Foreman. It's rejected, and here come the Bears from the coast to coast. Get that out of here! Dexter Dennis rejecting what would have been a fast break layup by Terrence Wesley. With 1:15 to go in the period, in the half. And Del High will inbound the basketball. That was a very nice defensive move, a basket-saving move by Dexter Dennis.
Oh, yes, it was. Great defense right there. It looks like the intensity is starting to build up. These guys are starting to put the ball into the bucket right now.
That ball rattles off, and that's a turnover on the three-point shot attempt by Griffin. Asante Griffin misses high, so Southern Lab will inbound the basketball yet again, trying to extend this lead.
And he looked like he's brought a little bit of height in, and I want to see how this thing is going to play out, because they definitely got the height advantage and looks to be a little bit more physical. If they can just play fundamental basketball, I think they'll be okay.
So the Kittens appear to be shooting. It's in the final minute. I don't know if they're going to go for the final shot. There's a whistle, and there's another foul called. That one is against number 24, and that's Terrence Grimes. I believe that's his second personal. 15 foul for the Del High Bears. 22-21, 48 seconds to go in the first half. And so we have a substitution. A lot of condensation on the floor. We've seen a lot of slippage here. This floor can get very moist when it rains, and we've gotten our share of rain in the last 48 hours here.
Yeah, it seems to be kind of humid, and also I've noticed that Delhi fans have come out.
Yeah, Del High, they definitely, I'm guessing that probably about maybe 60, maybe even 70 that made that long 4-hour trip from Richmond Parish. Meanwhile, Bladerville goes up. He is partially blocked, and he is fouled. And that will send, I believe the foul's against Grimes. It is.
No.
So it's Burgess. It's against Burgess. Detorius Burgess. That will send Veal to the line. Does the basket count? It does.
Yes, it does. And we've covered Southern Lab before with Louisiana All-American Sports, and we've noticed one thing about Bladerville. He doesn't mind taking the ball to the basket. If he can just shoot his free throws and make his free throws, but he don't mind taking it to that basket.
Yes, this is the last time we brought you. He went all, Bladerville went all DeAndre Jordan, missing a host of free throws against Scotlandville. I would hope that's not going to pick up tonight. He usually makes about 65-70% of his shots from the line. But they don't need that to pick up. This is going to be a closely contested game. Chris Allen on a beautiful pass from Sheldon Carroll, but he could not finish up. The rebound goes to number 5, Terrence Wesley. 24-21.
Yes, 24-21. There's under 30 seconds left. And I don't know if Del High is going to hold for a shot. Looks like they're going to hold for one shot. Coach told him to hold for one shot. Great defense right there by Shep.
Rejected. Chris Allen rejects Asante Griffin 15 seconds to go. And there goes Carroll. Too much energy on that off the glass. But Booker is Johnny on the spot with the rebound and put back. 26-21. This should be the final sequence. Terrence Wesley with the ball. He's going to go to his right, puts up a prayer of a shot, goes off the glass, no good. That is the end of the first half of score. The Southern Lab Kittens leading the Delhi Bears 26-21. You're watching Southern Lab Kittens playoff basketball on LouisianaAllAmericanSports.com.
Yes, indeed. Seems to be a low-scoring effort here in the first half, which I think more than likely goes to Southern Lab. I think it goes more to their advantage. They're here at home. They got the home crowd here. I also think that they have the size advantage. I started to notice that they would have had a little bit more time. They probably would have started pulling away right there, because you can see the momentum started to change.
It really shifted before the end of that first half, Joker. And like you said, you can see the change in momentum. Also, keep in mind, these kids from Delhi have traveled roughly 4 hours by bus today. And as the game wears on, that's certainly not going to play into their hands.
Well, let's listen to the band. We can't help it.
Yeah, we'll have more basketball in about 10 minutes, and we'll give you a recap when it quiets down a little bit. Don't go anywhere. Well, the band and the dancers really gave us a whole lot of what they had for a pretty good halftime show for the middle of the week in a high school basketball game. And so far, these young men have been giving us much the same too, leaving it all out there on the court. And the next 16 minutes of basketball will determine who goes on to the Class A state quarterfinals.
Big moment right here. I want to see the way Southern Lab Kittens come out and play this second half. And this is the most critical part of the game, really the third quarter, because you have your readjustments. You came in, you've seen what the other team has, and so now it's the time to either, sink or swim. So let's find out what's going on.
As you pointed out shortly after that first half, there really seemed to be a change in momentum. Of course, you can lose that just as easily at halftime as going along the baseline is Percy. That is no good, and is rebounded by Chris Allen. Here come the Kittens. Sheldon Carroll bounces over to Booker. Back to Carroll over to Booker. Looks like they're slowing it down a little bit. 1-3-1 zone. It's a 1-3-1 zone defense that the Delhi Bears appear to be implementing with 7.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Here comes Carroll. Carroll, ball fakes, gets it back to Jordan Booker. Booker puts it on the ground, goes to his right. He has nothing there. Now he gets it into the paint from about 15 feet. Shot by Allen, no good. Rebound, Jamarquise Percy. Gets it over to Asante Griffin. Griffin goes across half court. Over to Percy. Percy crosses to his left. He runs right into a trap. And looks like Dennis and Veal have him bottled up. Now the Bears try to go baseline, and he steps out of bounds. That's a turnover committed by number 24, Terrence Grimes, and the Kittens get the ball back.
Yeah, I think it's Jordan Booker time right now. I understand what his game plan is. They're already trying to work the ball on the inside. They got a great look at the goal that last possession they had, but he just so happened didn't make it. So let's see what they do right here.
So Stolen, that's Jamarquise Percy. Crosses over, still on his feet. 1-2 step from the wing, and good! Jamarquise Percy from the rooter to the tutor off his own steal, unassisted, and the Bears cut the lead down to 3, 26-23.
And that was the problem right there. You said unassisted. He was able to make the turnover and go all the way to the hoop uncontested.
Yeah, you got to react better than that in transition when you cough up the ball. Really no reason for that as Sheldon Carroll draws one off the back of the iron. And that big kaboom you heard was number 33, Clinton McDowell, hitting the floor. Fortunately, he's a teenager. He'll shake it off, put a little dirt on it. He'll be all right. But that thud was pretty hard.
Oh, yeah. Well, Bladrickville, he got a flashback of, his football days that time. And we know one thing about it. He is physical. And I like that about him. And I see a concerted effort right now with the Southern Lab Kittens trying to work the ball inside. The last one, they got a turnover, trying to work it in there a little bit too much. They can't anticipate trying to get it in there. Jordan Booker has to do his thing. And there's another turnover right there. Overthrew it.
On that hot dog there is Dexter Dennis was badly overthrown by, was that Carroll, I believe, floated that one up. And we have a wholesale substitution coming in. Checking in is Quincy Fillmore, number 31, I believe, yes. And Tyler Panyanavong, number 3. Still in the game are Bladrickville, number 1. Number 4, Chris Allen. Number 24, Dexter Dennis. Here comes Asante Griffin across the timeline, number 10. Kicks it over to Terrence Wesley. Wesley over to Griffin from about 23 feet, and good! Asante Griffin on the assist from Terrence Wesley from way downtown. And we're tied at 26 again. Tyler Panyanavong over to Dexter Dennis. Dennis to Panyanavong. Panyanavong holds the ball. 5:37 to go in the period. Back over to Quincy Fillmore. Fillmore over to Panyanavong. Panyanavong to Fillmore from downtown. A line drive and good. Quincy Fillmore from all the way downtown. About a 22-footer. And it's 29-26. Southern Lab on top. Asante Griffin over to Wesley. Back to Wesley. 29-26 will fix your score at the next stoppage of play on your screen at home. Wesley all the way down low. Nice pass. And he can't get up as Jamarquise Percy was fouled. Dontrius Burgess got the ball down to Percy. A good pass. He went up strong and was hacked. So with 5:04 to go, Dontrius Percy will shoot 2.
That was a great extra pass right there to Percy, and Percy was able to go up strong with it. The same guy that just got a steal, and him and Griffin are the guys that are the spark plugs so far for this Delhi team.
They have been. All these guys, I've got to say, Delhi shares the ball very well as Percy drills his first foul shot. They really do share the ball well, and they get all these guys involved in ball movement. And you really have to do that when you're at a height disadvantage, as these Delhi Bears are.
Well, that's one thing I do notice, that they have a lot of, you can tell they play together a lot. Because these guys play well as a team. They share the ball really well. And here we go. They come out with the full court trap. The Kittens were able to break the trap, get the ball down to Chris Allen, and it's like he was fouled. So that's going to be 2 shots.
By my count, Joker, I believe that might be the 4th foul on Detorius Burgess. And if that's the case, as I have not seen Delhi utilize a whole lot of their bench, that could be problematic for the Bears. He's a key cog. He's a starter. He touches the ball a lot. And they haven't been foul trouble. That's not good for a team that's only rotating about 7 different players.
And if you can make the foul shots, it's actually like a turnover to the other team. It gives the other team a possession. So these foul shots are very, very critical right now.
Southern Lab is really, in the last couple of games we covered with them, the Scotlandville game at the end of the regular season and this game tonight, they have not looked so crisp at the foul line as Chris Allen missed his second. Blazerville puts up a duck, rebounded by Allen, and good. Chris Allen unassisted off of the rebound.
And I can understand Blazerville, he kind of rushed at that time. You know, he just takes the contact and just goes up with it. You know, if he calms down a little bit, hey, make your low post move out, get the ball back out. It's another possession. Because with a low-scoring game like this, every possession is critical now.
That is about a 30-foot shot and good! Asante Griffin from 30 feet. Coach Samuels calls timeout. And with the break in the action, we're all tied at 31. You're watching Southern Lab basketball on Louisiana All-American-Sports.com. That's the first timeout called by Delhi. They have 4 remaining.
Wow, big shot right there. Griffin is, showing some fortitude.
Yeah, some intestinal fortitude, and also a little bit below the intestines. That was a brave shot, but he made it, so he must have spotted it up very well.
And that's the second shot he has hit at least 27, 28 feet out, way beyond the three-point marker. And big shots, I could tell. I like his toughness.
Yeah, that was a mentally tough, very confident shot by Asante Griffin. He has been scoring a lot of the points. The senior is not ready to have his season and his high school career come to an end here in Baton Rouge. Tyler Peñanavong to inbound the basketball. Gets it up to Dennis. Dennis looking, it's a full court trap, and it's stolen. It's tipped by Percy, picked up by McDowell. Percy over to Griffin. Griffin with the ball fake, and they have to respect his shot now from really anywhere on this half of the court. There's the pass. They're moving the ball very well. Terrence Wesley shoots it, no good. Rebound by Quincy Fillmore. Fillmore trying to go into a fast break. He stops. He gets it out to Allen. Allen puts it on the ground. He has some pressure. Gets it out to Veal. Veal with a 1-2 step. Excellent concentration by Blazerville on the way up on the assist by Chris Allen.
And that time he took his time. And he went right to the goal and he was able to make a move and get to the goal. And that's what you want to do. So a good big shot right there by Blazerville. But here comes Delhi back with the ball. And the turnaround jumper by
Percy with the jumper. He missed. Oh, and a heads-up play. Almost a heads-up play as number 24, Terrence Grimes, tried to swat it off of from Dexter Dennis, but it stepped out of bounds first. The Kittens will retain possession.
Man, these guys have cranked up their defense. I will say, Delhi, they're not making it easy for Southern Lab at all. These guys are scrapping and fighting this third quarter. They understand how big this moment is.
They sure do, and there's no tomorrow. 3:38 to go. Quincy Fillmore, nice, get that out of here. Projected by Marquise Percy. Meanwhile, Grimes, he's been traveling all day long, and he traveled a little more down low as that's a turnover. Unfortunately, that traveling was not with the bus, it was with his third step after picking up his dribble. Peñanavong finds Booker. Booker with a bounce pass to a wide open Blazerville, and good. 35-31, Southern Lab extends the lead.
Now, do you want to come out of this defense, the trapping defense, because they've gotten beaten? Southern Lab Kittens have been able to break the press the last 2 possessions and score real easy. So what do you think you should do now?
Yeah, if I'm Delhi, I don't continue with that press. It caught Southern Lab off guard and forced a turnover, but they're going to adjust. They can't count on that. Meanwhile, there's a scrum under the basket as Stubblefield went up with it. It was missed, and it looks like we have a foul called against...
Yeah, but have a foul call against Clinton McDowell. He was over the back. 33 of Delhi.
Gotcha.
And so now it's going to be Southern Lab ball, but like you said, you would come out of the defense, out of the trap.
Yeah, they're not surprising Southern Lab. They'll just adjust. It looks like they've now just gone to a full court defense or a full court zone. a 1-3-1 zone, rather. Fillmore with the basketball over to to Sheldon Carroll. Now Veal finds Carroll, who finds Booker from downtown. No good. Rebound, Veal right in the bucket. Johnny on the spot, but he cannot finish. They're fighting for the basketball. Booker, he Peter rolls his opponent, and they're going to call a charge. That's a great job by Clinton McDowell of selling the officials. I don't think that was the right call, but in this jungle of Bears and Kittens, the Zebras are the Kings.
That was a borderline call. I thought it was a bad call right there. I actually thought Jordan Booker spent off and made the right pivot, and I thought the guy took a flop that time. But, hey, it is what it is. Delhi has the ball right now. They swing the ball over to Terrence Grimes. He goes up with the shot with the 12-footer and missed it. And comes Jordan Booker with the rebound. Throws it all the way, whole court. Oh, and looks like number 31, Quincy Fillmore. He couldn't corral the catch, and the ball is knocked out by Delhi. So Southern Lab does retain the ball under their own basket. And number 2, Sheldon Carroll, is going to take the ball out. Watch the 5-second call. Gets the ball to Tyler. Over to Jordan Booker. Back up to Tyler Pianavon. And straight to the hole. Great move right there with the jump.
Quincy Fillmore with that Euro step. He took a page out of Turkey.
And this is a new guy. We haven't seen him too much.
Fillmore has been playing. We just didn't realize that. We kept referring to him as Dontrell Carr. Carr is actually out for the season. He was injured in the Christian Life game. So number 31 actually all this time has been Quincy Fillmore, the backup quarterback on the football team here at Southern Lab.
Wow.
So I guess we got some rosters early in the year, and clearly there's been some shuffling by the equipment managers. And Jordan Booker rejects the ball. Good steal, and they could not convert. Sheldon Carroll got a little too excited, tried to find Quincy Fillmore, put too much on the ball. It's lost out of bounds. 37-31 with 1:27 to go in the period.
And now the momentum is starting to shift a little bit more. I think with Delhi coming out with a full court press and really trying so hard, they expended a lot of energy doing that. They was able to get tie the game, but now Southern Lab has just kind of wore them down a little bit, and you can kind of see it starting to set in a little bit.
What they're going to have to do is use that element of surprise. As Asante Griffin goes baseline, that's a foul. Should be a foul against Bladrick Veal.
Yeah, great body control right there. He would actually draw that foul himself. He went in and tried to make something happen. The 6-point lead now by the Kittens that have been able to been on a little roll a little bit. So the senior guard steps up and try to make something happen.
Griffin has shown that he's a very capable shooter, although he does miss the foul shot, as he was the one that hit that 30-foot jumper moments ago that really gave a huge spark to this Delhi Bears team. It is 37-31. Southern Lab up by 6. They really have an opportunity to start putting their foot on the throat of these Delhi Bears, but they've got to get a stop, and they've got to take advantage of their opportunities here. There's the shot by Griffin. That one is good. We're down to 5 points.
And it's a minute and 10 seconds left, and Southern Lab Kittens have the ball. They brought the ball down the court. Sheldon Carroll and Tabali Bong, and he throws it to an alley-oop into Jordan Booker. Great body control, was able to grab the ball and lay it up off the glass, and that takes the lead up to 7 points. Now it's 39-32, under a minute left. Jump hook from Delhi, number 24, Terrence Grimes. He missing. Here comes Tyler Pianavon all the way to the hole. Oh, this is like it's going to be offensive interference. Number 24, Shannon Foreman, gets in the way of the ball, and that's going to be called an offensive interference.
You know what I think is a shame, too, is I think Pianavon might have gotten the shooter's roll. It looked like it was about to roll in his way, and I guess, was it Dennis, I believe, got a little too excited. Tipped the ball. Is going to cost Southern Lab 2 points in a game in which 2 points could be a difference. So with 46.8 seconds left to play, and Southern Lab leading by 7 points, the officials doing a little maintenance, getting some of the condensation off of the court. And here come the Delhi Bears. Crossing half court is number 10, Ashanti Griffin. In the game is number 5, Terrence Wesley, along with number 24, Terrence Grimes for the Bears. Down low is Jamarquise Percy, and number 22, that's McDowell. I'm sorry, not McDonald, Malcolm Stubblefield. Rebound by Southern Lab, and that was a foul. Good call. Excellent call, actually, by the official, as that was a very subtle little grab there by Asante Griffin. More times than not, you'll get away with it, but the official was Johnny on the spot. Southern Lab will retain possession. That's the third team foul against Del High. 39-32 the score.
Well, I thought it was a bad pass. I thought it was only 30 seconds left. He should have just brought the ball up court. But it was really on Tyler to be able to try to, he was able to adjust in the air to the ball, and luckily got bailed out with a foul call. But that could have been a turnover. But here we go. We under 10 seconds left. Swing the ball over to number 21. That's Shannon Foreman has the ball. Swing to Tyler Pianabong. He goes all the way to the hole, and they're going to call an offensive foul. And with the right forearm, he kind of pushed off a little bit, but kind of touchy foul to me. But they kind of, they calling it kind of tight tonight, I guess.
I thought, if anything, even if it wasn't a foul, that it was a walk. Either way, it was going to cost them the ball. Unfortunately, it puts another foul on the board. That's the 15th foul now against the Kittens. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, about a 35-footer off the glass. No good. That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, the Southern Lab Kittens leading the Delhi Bears 39-32 at the end of the third. You're watching Southern Lab Kittens basketball on Louisiana All-AmericanSports.com.
And we're getting ready for the start of the fourth quarter. This is where it all goes down. I thought in the third quarter that Southern Lab was able to get the momentum right at the end of the third quarter and push the lead up to 7 points. I think they wore down Del High. Del High expended a lot of energy earlier in the quarter and tied the ball game up with 2 big shots from their senior point guard, Asante Griffin. But towards the end of the quarter, Southern Lab was able to settle down, get the ball inside, break the press, and now they have a 7-point lead. So Carroll comes out with the ball first. They throw an alley-oop right out of the gate. First play of the game with Dexter Dennis. Spectacular move right there. Spectacular play. Wow. That
left me speechless, and that does not happen very often. Beautiful way to start the fourth and to send a message as Southern Lab extends their lead now to 9 points.
And that was a big momentum shift. They already had the momentum, and those are the type of plays that will crush a team. But Del High is not crushed. They came right back with number 22, Malcolm Stubblefield, with the layup. Brings the lead back down to 7, and here comes Lab across half court with the ball. Booker gets the ball to Tyler Pianabong. He takes a 3 from the side in the corner, and he makes it. And these guys are really feeling themselves now. You can see the confidence in this team growing.
Well, they're snapping the nets, too, big time. The Southern Lab Kittens will really come out with some confidence and authority here in the fourth quarter. And they're sending a message, this is our house, this is our season, thanks for showing up, but you're not taking it with you.
Hey, they smell blood in the water, and you can just see the confidence in each one of these kids growing. I know that there's the body language. These guys are really into it now, and they see that Del High is kind of fatigued. And so they're going to pretty much put a bigger guy. They got Sheldon Carroll now on Griffin to try to stop him from the three-point, which was a great defensive move by Coach. And so we're going to see how Del High responds.
Terrence Wesley. Oh, boy, Southern Lab getting really aggressive on defense, and I believe that is the correct call as Terrence Grimes went up hard and Chris Allen brought him down to earth.
Well, he probably did maybe get a little contact on the bottom side with the body, but he was all ball at the top of the.
I think that might at most be the second foul on Chris Allen. It might be his first. You have it to give, make him earn those points, and send a message. If you're going to try to come down low, it's going to hurt you.
And number 24, Terrence Grimes, he misses the first free throw. And this is the fourth quarter, so these guys are going to need all free throws, all turnovers that they need. They're down 10 points.
Did you catch who called the timeout? I believe it was Del High.
I think it was Del High.
Second timeout, they have 3 remaining. Southern Lab has not called any timeouts. So this game, if it gets any closer, has the potential to be a chess match down the road with a total of 8 unused timeouts.
And we're back. And he's Southern Lab Kittens.
high for Southern Lab, so that was a Delhi timeout, a 30-second timeout.
I think Coach for Delhi called that timeout to probably get his defense set after the second free throw here by Terrence Grimes. He missed the first free throw, and as I said, in a game where you only has 34 points, every basket is critical right now. It's under 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and he does make the second free throw, which cuts the lead to a 9 points. So here they come out with the pressure again. He set his defense, but his full court press once again. And let's see how Southern Lab, and he goes up. Shannon Foreman takes the foul right there, and that's going to be 2 shots for Shannon Foreman.
That's correct. That's 24. Dennis, that's another one we've been bungling for a couple of them, for a couple of broadcasts here. That is Dexter Dennis. Foreman is wearing number 21, I believe. So again to Mrs. Carr and
Mrs. Dennis.
Mrs. Dennis, Ms. Fillmore, and Ms. Foreman. That's on us.
That's on us. Please don't, hey, it happens sometimes. But
Panyanavong, we gave her a double dose earlier. We had her son had on number 21. We're calling the wrong name, and we're butchering the man's name. So we just have to get our stuff together here, Southern Lab.
We're going to be all right because Dexter Dennis, he hits the first free throw. That puts you back up to a 10-point lead. It's under 7 minutes to go. This has been a very low-scoring game. All of these points are very crucial right now.
That is correct.
Exactly. And now he pushes up to an 11-point lead. So it's 46-35. 6 minutes and 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Delhi has the ball. He has the ball up top to Terrence Wesley. He gets the ball to Terrence Grimes. Terrence Grimes gets the ball in the middle. Tries to draw the foul. Goes off the glass. The foul wasn't called, and Jordan Booker has the ball out to Tyler Payanova and goes straight to the hole. Guess that was a makeup call because it wasn't pulled. And here comes Delhi on the fast break. Oh! And out of nowhere, Dexter Dennis say, get it out of here. Don't come in here with that. We don't play that down here. Get it out of here.
Who says there isn't a lot of action in Class 1A? My goodness.
Hey, this guy Dexter Dennis has a lot of hops.
Well, he can jump out of the gym, and we've seen him do that before. And he definitely kept Delhi from chipping back into the lead because that had 2 points written all over it.
Yeah, that was like a LeBron James play when he just comes from out of nowhere. And you think you got a layup, and he just swipes it out of there. And then they go with the turnover. Southern Lab Kid, Jordan Booker has the ball. Gets the ball right there. They tried the alley-oop. I think they got a little cute. Gets the offensive rebound. They're all fighting for the ball. Southern Lab. And I think Delhi is going to get the timeout. And that was number 24, Terrence Grimes. He gets the 50-50 ball. Southern Lab had 3 or 4 opportunities right at the cup. And they couldn't convert the easy basket. So it looks like I think they let the player call a timeout.
I wonder.
And he didn't really have possession.
Yeah, well, another thing too is the possession arrow is with Delhi. I wonder if he was aware of that before using that precious timeout. They only have 2 remaining now.
I really don't blame him for calling that timeout at the end of the day because every possession is crucial right now. And if he couldn't have even though they had the possession there, I don't know if he knew that or not. So he wanted to make sure because they're down 11 points now. This is the move they have to make it. It's 5 minutes and 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They can't let Southern Lab, this is their time. I don't want to call time of death yet. They're barely holding on right now.
Yeah, I agree. And, they could not leave that to chance. But that is one of the little things that can sometimes separate 2 even teams in a playoff game is knowing these kinds of things, your basketball awareness. But that is neither here nor there. That timeout is now water under the bridge with the basketball. Oh, Griffin with a miscommunication with Wesley, but a good heads-up play there by Burgess to get the ball back. Passes out, and there's about a 24-foot shot, and good! Asante Griffin has just had eagle eyes when it comes to that 3-point basket. Another long 3, 46-38. It's an 8-point game. And a 1-2 shot. Excellent balance by Sheldon Carroll as he was floating up and fouled and put it off the glass and got the and one.
And I love what he did right there, because sometimes when a team hits a big three and you start playing tentative. He didn't play tentative. He got the ball and took the ball straight to the hole. He's still playing hungry, and that's what I like, because I was just getting ready to make a comment. I want to see how, after that three-point shot by Griffin, was they going to start playing like not to lose and just start swinging the ball around. But no, Carroll went straight to the hole and got a three-point play.
I like the heads-up move on it, too, because you took advantage. You know, when you hit a three like that, you kind of just take your foot off the gas just a little, like, we're back in it. And I think that's what happened, and I think that's what made the fast break opportunity possible. And looking, and here's Griffin with the ball. They can't let it. Oh, my God. That almost went in. That was another 30-foot, 28-foot shot. They cannot let Griffin shoot from anywhere. They have to guard him anywhere, on the court. Terrence Wesley to Griffin. Griffin ball fake, steps up in the lane, floats it from the elbow, and good. And the fact that you had to respect Griffin's shot meant they had to bite on that ball fake, even though it was from 28, 27 feet away.
Exactly. And now which is a big key for them. If they could have used that early in the game, it probably would have worked, but they see that the range that Griffin has. And almost a steal right there by number 24, Terrence Grimes. Knocked it out of Southern Lab Kittens player hand. Southern will retain the ball. 4 minutes and 25 seconds left. Dale High is down under single digits now. It's a 9-point lead, 49-40. Southern Lab Kittens have the ball up under their own goal. Jordan Booker is going to take the ball out.
So that was a good play. Grimes has come in a couple of times on the blind side of ball handlers and swatted it out, but he's got to turn that into a turnover. Otherwise, you're just really giving the team more time, your opponent more time of possession. Booker with the basketball. Looking, and he's going to clear the offense out. Kicks it out to Tyler Penyanavong. Penyanavong looking, and now gets it back to Booker. It's a man-to-man defense being implemented by the Del High Bears. And Coach Sanders pleading. Fillmore puts up the alley-oop and good! Quincy Fillmore with the assist to Roderick Hayes. The lead is extended to 11 points with under 4 minutes to go in the ball game.
Big possession right there. They was able to. They were poised, worked the ball around, and was able to get a good shot right at the goal, high percentage shot. So Southern Lab is pretty much calm right now. They're playing together. They have their confidence, and you're not going to call time and death yet. They're bleeding pretty bad.
Yeah, they got to get the tourniquets and the gauze and all that stuff out and the IV drips, because it's looking bad. They're rolling that patient into ICU. Actually, they're rolling him into emergency surgery. Dexter Dennis now has them rolling into ICU.
What do you think about fouling at this point and putting them on the line?
Look, Southern Lab, if the one thing they have not done well demonstrably is shoot the free throws, and the next foul, they have a foul to give, and then they would put Southern Lab in the 3-1-1s. Southern Lab, it would not shock anyone if they missed the front end of those, and that would give Del High 3 possessions to chip back into this lead. And with 3:13 to go, I think you've got to start doing that now. Right,
because they're making their 2 points too easy now. They're going inside, and they're making their baskets too easy. So I second that. I would start fouling, putting these guys on the line, because they're not that very good. That's probably the only chance that you have.
So up to the line now is somebody who has stood out in this game, and that's Asante Griffin for the Bears. And he's got to make these shots. He makes the front end of the 1-and-1 as Del High is now in the single bonus. And Griffin clutch as he is barely keeping his team alive, but they are breathing with the score of 42-53. Here comes Fillmore with a 1-2 step, but it's short. Rebound by Fillmore that puts up a duck. Ball's going to go out, and an aggressive play for it. Excellent job by Griffin, who gets it to Percy. Percy gets it back to Griffin with a 1-2 step. So that's Jamarquise Percy on the assist. I'm sorry, Griffin on the assist from Jamarquise Percy after that steal. And there's a whistle. And looks like Southern Lab has called its first timeout. That's a timeout, Southern Lab. I believe that is a 30-second timeout. Southern Lab has 4 remaining.
Hey, great timeout right there. They had 5. It's great to use one now. Don't let Del High get any type of momentum. You're still up 9 points, 2 minutes and 45 seconds left. So that was a great timeout right there by Coach.
So the score is 53-44. 53-44 as the Del High faithful is cheering their team on to make one last push to try to come back in this ball game. It's a 9-point game, 3 possessions. realistically, probably at least 4 possessions with 2:46 to go. Delhi is in the bonus. Southern Lab, Delhi also has 1 foul left to give. And wide open is Roderick Hayes under the bucket. Carroll finds him. Hayes goes up. He's partially blocked. He is fully blocked. Rejected by, and a good job by Percy the bucket. He was rejected by Stubblefield. And Delhi very quickly got the ball in the hole as Jai Marquis Percy puts it up and in, cutting this lead down to 7, and will go to the line for the and one. That was not a smart foul by the Kittens.
Not at all. And what I'm noticing about Southern Lab Kittens also is, it seems to me that every time they get the ball down low, they don't have the right position to go up under the goal. But it seems to me like they have to go up. Instead of throwing the ball back out, you have the lead. You don't have to go back up with it. If you have 2 players right there, why try to force the ball up and get the ball and turn the ball over? So not a smart play right there.
You're winning. You don't have to force anything. And I know you want to continue to stay aggressive, but you have to know you have so much leverage with the clock and with your opponent running out of timeouts. You do not have to force anything you don't want to. Bledrickville, that's what you do. Bledrickville on the assist from Dexter Dennis. Excellent ball control through the paint, and he'll shoot the and one.
Exactly. That's what you do. You work the ball around and get the open shot. You've been getting it all game. And so just that time right there, Southern Lab Kittens was able to respond to a little mini run that the Delhi was putting on them. This is actually a test for Southern Lab. They're going to have moments like this going forward. So they're going to need to be able to, an offensive foul. That looked like that was goaltending right there. And it wasn't called. It was goaltending. That actually hit the backboard and was tipped by the Delhi player.
They're going to walk Jamarquise Percy all the way down and shoot the front end of a 1-and-1. And I thought it was goaltending too, but when you don't hear the whistle, you can't play silly. And just being hyper-aggressive like that, you've just given Percy a free shot. And Delhi has been making the free throws, so that kind of hurt a little bit. Yes,
it did. That was a big call right there. The referee missed that. That could be a 4-point swing. And it's still 2 minutes, 11 seconds left.
And making matters worse for the Kittens, the next foul will put Delhi into the double bonus. Fortunately for the Kittens, Percy misses the first shot. But that is 19 fouls on the Kittens. No fouls left to give for the Bears. 2:05 to go. The ball's partially tipped. It is picked up by Jamarquise Percy. Percy finds Ashanti Griffin. Griffin with a 1-2 step, but put too much on that. Rebound by Jordan Booker. Booker's trying to get out of the lane. It's tipped. Oh, my goodness. It's tipped by Terrence Grimes. And once again, Grimes forces some confusion, but he tips it out of bounds, and there's no turnover, and Southern Lab will keep the ball.
Jordan Booker lost his footing that time and was slipping down, and luckily, number 24, luckily for him, the ball ended up being knocked out by Grimes, so Southern Lab Kittens will retain the ball. And that was a big possession right there. Dale Howe had a chance to actually cut into that lead with the free throws, and, hey, they missed, so.
Booker had a great presence of mind, actually. You could see before, he could tell he was losing his footing, and he was falling backwards. He just threw it over his head. He figured, hey, it's either going to hit somebody in the chest or hit one of my guys. Either way, I'm not going to turn it over right here. And it worked out. Booker, bounce pass. Oh, to Dennis. I thought he got away with a hold. And Bledrickville trying to go. Forces it. Chris Allen with the rebound and put back. That's going to do it. And I'll call it here, folks. Time of death. 1 minute, 40 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. It's an 11-point lead for the Southern Lab Kittens. And now Chris Allen has the rebound. It's all elementary and downhill from this point. Pagnanovong with the ball. Gets to Booker. That's an obvious foul. And that will send Booker to the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
The party's over.
Precious, come on down here, girl. Let's sing that one together. Turn out the lights. The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. Until tomorrow starts the same old thing again. And the Southern Lab Kittens will advance to the Class 1A LHSAA quarterfinals, where they are on a collision course with their District 1A rival, the Madison Prep Academy Chargers. I'm just going to go out on a limb and assume they're going to win whoever they're playing tonight. And that's going to be their third chance. They lost to Madison Prep twice, but they have a lot more seasoning. They face the likes of Scotlandville. They have confidence. And, hey, the game has to be won on the court. 1-2 step by Dennis, no good. 1:03 to go in the ball game. And Griffin, bounce pass from about 27 feet, 26 feet, no good. They got to stop launching these threes. I know Griffin has a good eye for it, but that's a little too desperate. They're going to send Booker to the line. That's the 18th foul, so it will be a 1-and-1. That is a foul on number 24, Terrence Grimes.
Well, Terrence Wesley was the one who took that last three-pointer. Hey, if I was, so I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to go out with Terrence or Asante Griffin shooting the ball.
Yeah, if I'm going to shoot anything that's more than NBA range, I want him with the basketball. Really not anybody else because nobody else has made that shot. So, Booker at the line with a chance to make this, well, that goes off the back of the backboard, so the Bears will get possession with 48 seconds to go. The shot's no good. Still, it's a 4-possession game.
And they're leaving the stands.
And, now you can see some of the Southern Lab faithful. They already know there's a date on Friday right here in Baton Rouge against the Madison Prep Academy Chargers. There's a shot, another NBA range three. That's about 26, 27 feet. It is saved and it is stolen. And that should extinguish any last flame the Bears have. Jordan Booker off the glass and good. That makes it a 13-point lead, 5-possession game with 24 seconds to go. 20 points scored here in this fourth quarter by the Southern Lab Kittens.
Yeah, I think they just wore down Del High. Del High gave a great effort and hung in there at the beginning of the game. Sloppy play, as you say. But as the game went on, Southern Lab Kittens was able to just out-physical them, I think, if that's a word. Out-physical them. They
out-physical, they outran, they out-50-50 balled them, they outplayed them in the final score. The Southern Lab Kittens, 59. The Delhi Bears, 46. We'd like to thank you for joining us for our midweek special of Louisiana AllAmericanSports.com Game of the Week. We will be seeing you Friday, presumably at 7 o'clock. Keep checking the schedule as the opponents are to be determined. It could be Port Allen. It could be another school. We'll let you know. We will have action here for you on Louisiana AllAmericanSports.com. Joker, any parting shots?
No parting shots. Hey, it was my pleasure. We'll see you guys Friday. Make sure you tune in, live streaming. Hey, support us on our Facebook page, Louisiana All-American Sports. Shout out to Perry Daniels, to my boy T. Johnson, everybody else out there, the viewers and the listeners. Peace out.
Good night.